Hello everyone, welcome to my guide to no-hitting the Abyss Watchers. We will take just a moment to look at the build here. So we started as the Mercenary, and so far we have pumped everything into Dexterity, so we're working with 28 Dex. Everything else is exactly how it is where you start. We will also take a second to look at my equipment. So I'm using +4 Sharp Sellsword Twin Blades. I'm using Flynn's Ring for a little extra damage, Chloranthy for the stamina regen, and obviously the Silver Serpent Ring is just for extra souls. We're also going to be using a single Gold Pine Resin at the beginning of the fight. You pick two of them up in the high wall. So we're going to buff our weapon before going in. And we're going to skip through this cutscene here and immediately go off to the left. So this guy can do one of, well, more than two things, but basically he'll do a sliding forward attack like this, which you can kind of go in and punish. Ideally, you want to get a backstab into a charged R2 that will push enough damage to wake up the other two Watchers. If not, 3 L1s will also do it, but you want to be quick because you want the other two to wake up at the same time. So as you can see, I took this sort of trajectory down this wall and around through this corner. If you time that right, it will cause the second Watcher to immediately go right after the red-eyed guy, and ideally the main Watcher, like this, will come after you. And so here you're just being careful, getting hits in where you can, and also every now and then you want to check on what's going on with the other fight to make sure you're not having an additional Watcher coming after you. So there we're going for a backstab into a charged R2. And so as you can see here, the red has defeated the second Watcher. And this is not quite ideal. So there finally he gets a hit in and distracts the main guy. In an ideal situation, he will actually kill the main Watcher and push phase 2, but as you can see, the other is now waking up and kind of ruining things, so now we're going to have to essentially just run away from these two guys until the red-eyed Watcher wakes up again. This is the most dangerous part of the fight. Sometimes, if you're really quick, like now, you see I can get a hit in there, but almost got hit by the other one, so ideally you just want to keep backing off. So the third one is awake, and this is sort of bad RNG because now they're just going after him and he's kind of being useless. So again, we're just going to have to take a while to just back off and wait for him to wake up. And so there you can see he's starting to wake up again. And he's a little slow getting up, so you're still having to watch all three. Oh wow, this is really bad RNG. So there finally they start to catch on, and he eventually does get that last little bit of damage and push us into phase 2. This phase is a little more straightforward. He is still just as dangerous though. So what you're waiting for is the forward front flip slam attack. You'll see what I'm talking about here. There are a couple of other attacks that can be punished, but the timing is a lot more tricky, so we're just focusing on this. Okay, so right there, that's what you're waiting for. I'll back up just a little bit. Right here, when you see him wind up like this, this is the best thing you can possibly hope for in phase 2. He's going for that attack, which you can roll through. You want to stay close enough to bait the rest of that combo, and as you can see, we literally just walk around that flip and just go right into a backstab. Take this into a charged R2, take a couple of steps forward there to make sure you get the hits in, and immediately back off. And that's pretty much the strategy for this phase. You're just waiting for those flips. Backstab into a charged R2. There are a couple of other situations that can lead into that flip. Basically, all of his big flashy combos can all possibly lead into it. You just have to keep an eye out for it. So right now he's basically giving me everything that you cannot punish. So here we go again. I believe this is it right here. So yeah, we're baiting the rest of the combo, walking the flip, and just right into the last backstab and charged R2. And that is it. That's how you no-hit Abyss Watchers. It's a little hairy, but it's not bad once you get the hang of it. Hopefully this was helpful. If so, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.